Hey Saber fans, this is Adam from Blue Force Sabers. Welcome back. So as you can see here, I just finished this one up, and this is a brand new Zelda Saber. So I was working on this one for a couple weeks now between my other builds. This one I've been wanting to redo for a while. I did a Zelda Saber about 2 years back. Actually did two. I did a Link and a Dark Link one. This one, the Link was a metallic blue with the gold like this one here. But I did a Dark Link as well, which was a black and a silver where all this gold is on this one. Different design on that. I redid the design on this. This is actually a 4-piece. You have the emitter, you have like a Suba here in the middle, and then a switch area, and then the pommel like I do on all my sabers. But this one is instead of like a 3-section, this is a 4-section. And then this is a slightly different design. On the original Zelda Saber I did, it didn't have the switch area. The switch was built into more of this, into the grip area here. And then that also came with a Nana Biscotti V4 boards, I believe. So this one actually inside has a full CFX board with a rechargeable battery, 24mm bass speaker, full RGB, custom Zelda sound font, a ton of smooth swing fonts like I've been putting on all my sabers. And then there's actually something different with this one that I haven't done on any of my other sabers. I wanted to test a way out to do the electronics on this one, and I'll show you that in a few minutes. So let's go over the general design of this one. So as you can see, it's painted this metallic blue, and then it's has the gold for all these designs here. And then it's dry brushed, and it brings out all this wear and stuff like that on the blue and on the gold. So it came out really cool. Yeah, if you're not familiar with my builds, it's custom designed by me, 3D printed around a 1-inch steel core. This one's actually made really thick, so it's got a decent amount of weight to it. It's probably, I would say probably about 1.5 pounds this saber is, with all the electronics and the build to this. So you can see up here at the top, you can see the steel down here in the middle. And then so you get this really cool shine through here with these sections here that jut up on the side. And then you have part of the Triforce up on the kind of the both sides here. And then this wraps around. More gold down here in this design. Around to the back side, retention screw for the blade. And then you have this cool Suba here, also designed in the triangle, the Triforce kind of symbol. And then it's going to be, see if I can get the angle here, so you can actually see through the Suba here. Just something a little different. And you got a little bit of separation here on between the Suba and the switch area. Kind of jets up here. Little differences here in the design. Some more gold, more symbolism of the character. So as you can see, there's actually no switch whatsoever. And I'll get into that in a second and explain why there is no switch. It is completely hidden on the saber. So there's nothing, no physical buttons on the outside whatsoever. So down to the grip section. This is a really great grip section. I haven't used this in a while. I've used it on a couple of builds, but used this on the original Zelda Saber, but I haven't used this in a while. This is a really great grip. It's rubberized. It's got this design pattern here, which works super well with this saber. Of course, I wanted to use it again with this. It's nice and thin. It's got a great grip area to it. Down to the pommel. A little more Triforce symbolism there. Then down to the sound port. A little more gold, some more weathering. Retention screw for the pommel, holds it in place. So let's get into the electronics. Let's show how to open this up and actually get into there, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Grab my Allen key here. So to get to the electronics, I'm going to loosen this. just enough to where we can pull it off. There you go. See the part of the chassis here? On the back side here, there's a retention screw. So that holds the chassis in place so it doesn't slide around at all. It's locked in there. I like to do that in all my builds, so nice secure chassis in there. So we're going to back this out quite a bit so we can have the chassis completely slide out. So this is a completely removable chassis. So once this is removed, there's actually no electronics whatsoever inside the Saber. It is all in this one-piece chassis here. So you have the bass speaker here, removable 18650 battery, recharge port, CFX board, completely accessible micro SD card if you want to add any fonts. I left the wires in here in this little channel here. It's good to cover it up, but I actually thought it was kind of neat to just leave the wires exposed. A little bit of design here in the chassis, painted all gold to kind of match the Saber. LED, RGB LED, aluminum housing, and then the little switch button. So powered up, we just pull the kill key. So because this is all one single chassis with everything built in, it's actually functional as it is. It's a Zelda sound font. So let's throw it back in the Saber here. Super easy to get it back in. Whole thing slides back in. Just have to line up two things here. So you're basically just going to take the button here. There's a little bit of gold. There's a little gold mark right here. You're just going to line it up, slide it straight in. There's a little gold mark here on the speaker. Just going to line those two up. There's a screw down here that actually stops it from going, so you can't slide it in any further, which lines it up perfectly. So you just got to make sure those two little notches are lined up. Flip it over. Just tighten our retention screw just a little bit. You don't have to go all crazy with it. Put our pommel back on. Sure that screw's a little lined up there. There you go. Locked into place. Chassis locked in. So right back here. So the switch is actually hidden underneath. You see a tiny little screw right here. That's actually your switch. You'll feel a little click when you press it. Or your blaster. Lock-up sounds. All the swing sounds and everything. It's a really cool font. I've had this for a couple years now. It's actually made by somebody else, but it's perfect. No point in remaking it. So you got all your color change. Just a twist. Press of the button. Flip through all your colors. Go back to yellow. So I really like the way this came out. As you can see, it's completely hidden. No switches at all. So to get to another font, we'll just show one more font here. Just gotta hold the button down.
Soundbank selection.
There you go, this is a smooth swing font. You got the nice cool movement with it. Blaster block. And you hit it. If you want to hold it this way too, you can just hit it with your other finger. Lock up. So there you go. So that is the Zelda / Link Saber. Super happy the way this came out. Love this metallic blue and the gold and everything with this one. They say this is the first time I actually did a full chassis like that, where it's all, I wanted to do something where the switch was hidden, and I think it was pretty successful. So as always, also too with this, just as a reminder with the CFX board, if you didn't want to put the kill key back in, I set it to go into sleep mode in 50 seconds and then deep sleep mode in 80 seconds. So if you don't want to pull the chassis out again and put the kill key back in, which will completely kill the power, you can just leave it here, and within, if it's not touched, within 80 seconds they go into a deep sleep mode, which will save your battery. So you don't always have to pull the chassis back out if you don't want to play with it and put the kill key in. It'll go into that deep sleep mode. So hope you like it. As always, leave a comment. Always like to hear ideas from you guys, and subscribe, like the video, and as always, take care and God bless.